The Vedanta Philosophy and Christianity. Notes of a lecture delivered at the Unitarian Church in Oakland, California on February 28, 1900. Between all great religions of the world, there are many points of similarity, and so startling is this likeness at times as to suggest the idea that in many particulars, the different religions have copied from one another. This act of imitation has been laid at the door of different religions, but that it is a superficial charge is evident from the following facts. Religion is fundamental in the very soul of humanity, and as all life is the evolution of that which is within it, of necessity, expresses itself through various peoples and nations. The language of the soul is one, the language of nations are many. Their customs and methods of life are widely different. Religion is of the soul and finds expression through various nations, languages, and customs. Hence it follows that the difference between the religions of the world is one of expression and not of substance, and their points of similarity and unity are of the soul, are intrinsic, as the language of the soul is one, in whatever peoples and under whatever circumstances it manifests itself. The same sweet harmony is vibrant there also, as it is on many and diverse instruments. The first thing in common in all great religions of the world is the possession of an authentic book. When religious systems have failed to have such a book, they have become extinct. Such was the fact of the religions of Egypt. The authentic book is the hearthstone, so to speak, of each great religious system around which its adherents gather, and from which radiates the energy and life of the system. Each religion again lays the claim that its particular book is the only authentic word of God, that all other sacred books are false and are impositions upon poor human credulity, and that to follow another religion is to be ignorant and spiritually blind. Such bigotry is characteristic of the orthodox element of all religions. For instance, the orthodox followers of the Vedas claim that the Vedas are the only authentic word of God in the world, that God has spoken to the world only through the Vedas. Not only that, but that the world itself exists by virtue of the Vedas. Before the world was, the Vedas were. Everything in the world exists because it is in the Vedas. A cow exists because the name cow is in the Vedas. That is, because the animal we know as a cow is mentioned in the Vedas. The language of the Vedas is the original language of God. All other languages are mere dialects and not of God. Every word and syllable in the Vedas must be pronounced correctly. Each sound must be given its true vibration, and every departure from this rigid exactness is a terrible sin and unpardonable. Thus, this kind of bigotry is predominant in the orthodox element of all religions. But this fighting over the letter is indulged in only by the ignorant, the spiritually blind. All who have actually attained any real religious nature never wrangle over the form in which the different religions are expressed. They know that the life of all religions is the same, and consequently, they have no quarrel with anybody because he does not speak the same tongue. The Vedas are in fact the oldest sacred books in the world. Nobody knows anything about the time when they were written or by whom. They are contained in many volumes, and I doubt that any one man ever read them all. The religion of the Vedas is the religion of the Hindus and the foundation of all Oriental religions. That is, all other Oriental religions are offshoots of the Vedas. All Eastern systems of religion have the Vedas as authority. It is an irrational claim to believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ and at the same time to hold that the greater part of his teachings have no application at the present time. If you say that the reason why the powers do not follow them that believe as Christ said they would is because you have not faith enough and are not pure enough, that will be all right. But to say that they have no application at the present time is to be ridiculous. I have never seen the man who was not at least my equal. I have traveled all over the world. I have been among the very worst kind of people, among cannibals, and I have never seen the man who is not at least my equal. I have done as they do, when I was a fool. Then I did not know any better. Now I do. Now they do not know any better. After a while they will. Everyone acts according to his own nature. We are all in process of growth. From this standpoint, one man is not better than another.